I am Dr. Ramya, Associate Professor in the Department of Mathematics, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Subject name is Advanced Calculus and Complex Analysis. Subject code U20 MEBT02. The topic is Complex Integration. Complex integration is an intuitive extension of the real integration. Complex number represents a point on a plane, while a real number is a number on the real line. An analog of a single real integral in the complex domain is always a path integral. Connected region. A connected region is connected between the 2 points. Any 2 points you have to consider. It's connected by a curve, but it will be all the things will be lies entirely in the region. That is a connected region. Next is simply connected region. A curve which does not cross itself is called a simple closure curve. A region in which every closure curve encloses a points of the region is called the simply connected region. Another one is contour integral. An integral along a simple closure curve is called the contour integral. Next, Cauchy's integral theorem. Here, the function f of z is analytic. Its derivative is continuous in the region R. So, all the points lies inside C on the simple closure curve. Then we can say the theorem as integral f of z dz equal to 0. This is a Cauchy integral theorem. Next, Cauchy integral formula. F of z is analytic on the simple closure curve C in the connected region R. Here A be the any point in the C which lies inside the C. Then we can say as f of A is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral over C f of z by z minus A into dz. The C is here, we have to take the positive direction. It moves only in the positive direction. It's a Cauchy integral formula. The Cauchy integral formula is derivative. So first we have to consider the function f of z. That should be analytic on the simple closure curve C. Similarly, A be the point, any point lies inside the circle or inside the curve. Then derivative is, first derivative, f dash of A is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral over C f of z by z minus A the whole square into dz. This is a Cauchy integral formula for the first derivative. Using the Cauchy integral formula, some problem, that is evaluate integral over C z by z minus 2 into dz. Here, where C is a circle, the circle equation is mod z equal to 1. Here mod z equal to 1 means the center is 0 and radius is 1. Now, first of all, we have to find the value of z. That value of z should be lies either inside the circle or outside the circle. If it be inside the circle only, we have to consider. But we have to find the value of z. So the denominator equal to 0. So z minus 2 equal to 0. So z equal to 2. So, but our circle, the radius is 1. That is a unit circle. The 2 is lies outside the C. So f dash of z is continuous. And the Cauchy's theorem is integral over C f of z into dz equal to 0. Second problem, evaluate integral over C 1 by 2z minus 3 into dz, where C is a circle, mod z equal to 1. Here also unit circle I have to consider. In this one z equal to 1, represent unit circle. Before that we have to find the value of z. So denominator equal to 0. In this problem, the denominator is 2z minus 3, that is equal to 0. So we got z is equal to 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 1.5. That 1.5 will be lies outside the circle. So, but we have to consider only the inside the circle. So f dash of z is continuous. Then integral over C f of z dz equal to 0. Third one, evaluate integral over C 1 by 2z plus 3 into dz, where C is a circle, mod z equal to 2. That means for this circle, the center is origin, the radius is 2. So here denominator, the 2 is common, we can take outside, z plus 3 by 2, 1 by 2 common outside the integral. So 1 by z plus 3 by 2. So the 3 by 2 means 1.5 lies inside the circle. Because our radius is 2 here, so we are having the z value is 1.5, so lies inside. Lies inside means by the Cauchy formula 1 by 2 already we are having 2 pi I into f of minus 3 by 2. This value if you substitute we got 1 by 2z plus 3 into dz, that is 1. So we are having pi, so pi I into 1 is pi I. So the integral over C 1 by 2z plus 3 into dz value is pi I. Next problem. Evaluate integral over C sine 3z by z plus pi by 2 into dz, where C is a circle, mod z equal to 5. That means the center is origin, the radius is 5. By the Cauchy integral formula, integral over C f of z by z minus a into dz is equal to 2 pi I into f of a. Here a is this, lies between inside the C. So now f of z equal to sine 3z, that is a numerator value. Here the denominator z plus pi by 2 equal to 0. So z equal to minus pi by 2, which is lies inside or outside, we have to check it out. So inside mod z equal to 5. So f of a is equal to sine of minus 3 pi by 2 equal to 1. By the Cauchy integral formula, integral over C sine 3z by z plus pi by 2 into dz equal to 2 pi I. Next, Taylor series. Taylor series f of z equal to f of a plus f dash of a into z minus a plus f double dash of a by 2 factorial into z minus a whole square plus f triple dash of a by 3 factorial into z minus a the whole cube plus etc. up to z minus a whole power n. Next, Lorentz series. This Lorentz series consists of 2 parts. That is f of z equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z minus a whole power n plus summation n equal to 0 to infinity bn by z minus a whole power n, where an is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral over C f of z by z minus a whole power n plus 1 into dz, and bn also equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral over C f of z by z minus a whole power 1 minus n into dz. So this is a Lorentz series expansion. Next, for example, in Taylor series, expand e power z in the Taylor series about z equal to 0. First, the given function you have to take as f of z, that is equal to e power z. So first you have to expand the Taylor series, that is f of z equal to f of 0 plus f dash of 0 into z. That means the function plus f double dash of 0 by 2 factorial into z square plus f triple dash of 0 by 3 factorial into z cube. So we need the derivatives. So the given function is e power z. So in the place of about z equal to 0. So in the place of z we substitute 0. We got f of 0 equal to 1. Next, take the derivative of f of z. E power z derivative is e power z. Substitute the 0. In the place of z we got 1. Similarly, second derivative, that is also e power z. So f double dash of 0 equal to 1. Third derivative, f triple dash of z equal to e power z. F triple dash of 0 equal to 1. So, etc. Now we have to substitute in the Taylor series. F of 0, we are having f of 0 is 1. F dash of 0 also 1 into z plus 1 by 2 factorial f double dash of 0, 1. So 1 into z square is z square plus 1 by 3 factorial. F triple dash of 0 is 1. So 1 into z cube. So this is a Taylor series expansion of e power z about z equal to 0. Next, expand 1 by z minus 2. So the function f of z equal to 1 by z minus 2. Take the derivative of this. By the quotient rule, if you take the derivative, minus 1 by z minus 2 the whole square. Again, how to take the derivative? That means second derivative. F double dash of z equal to 2 by z minus 2 the whole cube. Third derivative, f triple dash of z is equal to minus 6 by z minus 2 whole power 4. But here the value of z at equal to 1. So in the place of z, we have to replace by 1. We got f of 1 equal to 1 by minus 1. That is minus 1. Similarly, f dash of 1 is equal to minus 1 by 1 square. That is minus 1. F double dash of 1, that is equal to minus 2. F triple dash of 1 is equal to minus 6, etc. Now substitute the value of f of 1, f dash of 1, f double dash of 1, f triple dash of 1 in the Taylor series expansion. So here minus 1 plus f dash of 1 is minus 1 of z is z minus 1 here. F double dash of 1 is minus 2 by 2 factorial, z minus 1 the whole square, and minus 6 by 3 factorial into z minus 1 the whole cube. How to arrange the term? Here minus into z minus 1, minus of this 2 to get cancelled, z minus 1 the whole square. Here 3 and 6 get cancelled, then minus 2, that is become 2 and 2 also get cancelled, minus of z minus 1 the whole cube minus etc. So this is the expansion of 1 by z minus 2. Next, f of z equal to 1 by z of z minus 1 as a Lorentz series in powers of z. We have to find the respective region of the validity. So in this consists of the two parts. One is mod z is less than 1. Another one is mod z is greater than 1. So mod z is less than 1 means the given function 1 by z of z minus 1. This z minus 1 can be written as 1 minus z. Minus has taken outside. It becomes minus 1 by z. Then 1 minus z whole power 1. If you bring into the numerator, it becomes 1 minus z whole power minus 1. And by the binomial theorem, we have to expand 1 plus z square plus etc. After simplification, we got minus of 1 by z plus z square plus etc. This is for case 1, when mod z is less than 1. Next, mod z is greater than 1 is, that is 1 by z of z minus 1 is can be splitted into 1 by z of 1 by z minus 1. From the second term, z is taken outside. So it become already we are having z. So 1 by z square, 1 minus 1 by z whole power minus 1. Again, we have to apply the binomial theorem. So 1 by z square into 1 minus 1 by z whole power minus 1 is 1 plus x square etc. So in the place of x, we are having 1 by z. So we can expand the series is 1 by z square of 1 plus 1 by z plus 1 by z square plus etc. So this 1 by z of z minus 1, the expansion in Lorentz series is consists of two parts. One is mod z is less than 1. Another one is mod z is greater than 1. Next, 0 of an analytic function. A function f of z is analytic in the region R at a point z equal to z naught. Then z naught is called the 0 of the f of z. Next, 0 of an order. An analytic function f of z is said to be 0 of an order. It can be expressed as f of z equals 0. Next, singular points. A point z equal to z naught at which the function f of z is fails to be analytic is called a singular point. type of the singularities. They're isolated singularities, removable singularities. Isolated singularity means the function f of z is not an analytic at z equal to z naught. But similarly also, there exists some neighborhood of z equal to z naught also. There is no other singularity. That is isolated singularity. Removable singularity is the principal path of f of z in the Lorentz series expansion is z naught is 0 and z equal to z naught is called removable singularity. Find the zeros of z cube minus 1 by z cube plus 1. So now find the zeros means f of z equal to 0. Let us assume this is a given function f of z. So z cube minus 1 equal to 0 means z equal to 1 omega square. This is the value of zeros. Second, find the zeros of sine z minus z by z cube. So the zeros of f of z is given by f of z equal to 0. So f of z equal to, for us, sine z minus z by z cube. By the expansion of the sine z minus z cube by 3 factorial plus z power 5 by 5 factorial etc. minus z. And here z and minus z get cancelled. Remaining we are having minus z cube by 3 factorial plus z power 5 by 5 factorial by z cube. Z cube is common. It will be cancelled. Remaining we are having minus 1 by 3 factorial plus z square by 5 factorial minus etc. So here limit z tends to 0, sine z minus z by z cube is not equal to 0. Nature of the singularity we have to calculate for the function f of z equal to sine z by z. So at z equal to 0, if we put z equal to 0, we got the infinity. That is, f of z is not defined. So by using the L'Hospital rule, if you differentiate this, sine z derivative is cos z derivative is 1. Now z tends to 0. So cos 0 by 1, that is cos 0 is 1. So the nature is of the singularity at z equal to 0 of f of z is here 1. Next, Cauchy residue theorem. If z equal to z naught is an isolated singular point of f of z, we can find the Lorentz series of f of z. That is f of z equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity an of z minus z naught whole power n plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity bn by z minus z naught whole power n. The coefficient of 1 by z minus z naught in the expansion is called the residue of f of z. We have to calculate the residue of the some function. First, calculate the residue of f of z equal to 1 minus e power 2z by z cube. So first, before finding the residue, we have to find the pole. To find the pole, the denominator equal to 0. In this problem, the denominator is z cube. So z cube equal to 0. That is z equal to 0. So z equal to 0. The pole of order is 3 here. Here order 3 we are having. So pole of order 3. If pole of order more than 1, the residue calculation is 1 by m minus 1 factorial. Limit z tending to a d power m minus 1 by dz power m minus 1 into z minus a whole power m into f of z. By using that formula, we apply here residue at z equal to 0. We are having 1 by 2 factorial. Limit z tending to 0. We are having pole. So d power m minus 1. So d square by dz square. Z minus a whole cube. That is z cube into f of z. F of z is 1 minus e power 2z by z cube. Now differentiate this z cube get cancelled. Differentiation of 1 minus e power 2z is minus 2 e power 2z. We go to substitute z tending to 0. It becomes vanishes. So that Before that, we have to differentiate this with respect to z. It become e power 2z is e power 2z into 2. So we are having already one more minus 2, become minus 4 e power 2z. So we have to substitute the z power 0, e power 0, that is 1. So minus 4 by 2, that is minus 4 by 2 factorial is minus 2. So the pole z equal to 0, the corresponding residue is minus 2 here, when the pole of order is 3. Another one, find the residue of f of z equal to z by z minus 1 the whole square. So we have to find the pole before finding the residue. Z equal to 1, the pole of order is 2. Here 1 by m minus 1 factorial, limit z tending to a, d power m minus 1 by dz power m minus 1, z minus a whole power m into f of z. Here z minus a, here z minus 1 the whole square, f of z is z by z minus 1 the whole square. The two things will be cancelled. We are having only z. Now 1 by 1 factorial is 1, limit z tending to 1, d by dz of z, that is equal to 1. So when the pole z equal to 1 of order 2, the corresponding residue is here 1. Next, evaluate integral over c z square e power 1 by z, where c is a circle, mod z equal to 1. Here circle, the center is 0, radius is 1. So this is a unit circle. For this one we have to calculate z equal to 0 is the only singular point which lies inside C. So f of z equal to z square into e power 1 by z. Z square you can keep outside. E power 1 by z by the expansion, e power x is 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial. By the expansion, we can expand this. It become z square of 1 plus 1 by z by 1 factorial plus 1 by z the whole square by 2 factorial plus etc. How to multiply with this? We got z square plus z plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 into 1 by z plus etc. So now the residue we have to calculate at z equal to 0 is 1 by 6. By the Cauchy residue theorem is integral over c f of z dz equal to 2 pi I into sum of the residue of the poles which lies inside the circle. So we are having only one thing. So that is, we substitute, we got integral over c f of z into dz equal to pi I by 3. Next, integral, the closed integral, sin pi z square plus cos pi z square by z minus 1 into z minus 2 into dz, where c is a circle, mod z equal to 3. Here the circle center is 0, 0, radius is 3. So this is 1 by z minus 1 into z minus 2. By the method of partial fraction, we can split as a by z minus 1 plus b by z minus 2. So take the LCM and 1 equal to a of z minus 2 or plus b of z minus 1. Put z equal to 2. In this one, we got b value. Similarly, put z equal to 1, we got a value. So all value we have to substitute in this. We got, that is here, integral 1 by z minus 1 into z minus 2 sin pi z square plus cos pi z square into dz equal to a value is here minus 1 by sin pi z square plus cos pi z square by z minus 1 into dz plus 1 into integral sin pi z square plus cos pi z square by z minus 2 into dz. Here C is the circle. The center is 0, 0, radius is 3. Here let us consider f of z equal to sin pi z square plus cos pi z square. By the Cauchy integral formula, f of a is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral f of z by z minus a into dz. Apply that formula here. The first integral is I is equal to minus 2 pi I into f of 1. The second is plus 2 pi I into f of 2. If you apply the first value here 0 minus 1, here plus 2 pi into 0 plus 1. Actually, the figure is shown here. The center is 0, 0. The radius is 3 here, which lies inside, which lies outside. We can determine from this. The first integral value is 2 pi I. Second integral value also 2 pi I. So the total integral, the value is here I equal to 4 pi I. Thank you.